Hello, Steel Wolf.
Hello, Match Fixer.
All right. Yes, hello everyone. Welcome. We're continuing our live playthrough of Kingdom Death with the Pariah and Wed Witches expansions. I was feeling despondent yesterday. It's like, it's not going well. We took a gamble and it's paid off. We're back in the game. We're back in the zone. It's all looking great. So here we are. We don't need that. Don't know we need this. We've got 4 wonderful little survivors that we're going to head out with. And those survivors are going to face a level 2 frog. So, good morning to you, Steel Wolf. So we're at the larder. We're in Lantern Year 10, and we've got a lot of things we're trying to maneuver this particular year. So let's run through the things that we're trying to maneuver around. All right, number 1. We want to try and make both of these seed patterns, which is the Sundering Crossbow and the Mighty Bone Axe. So if I can craft both of those this lantern year, it would be a dream. We're a chance. They're both node 1. This requires a bone axe, which I've got, a bone and an organ, a bold survivor, which I've got, and we just need to get a bleeding token. So the bone axe should be doable. This requires an iron, which I have. We need 1 broken lantern. The tricky part's going to be the perfect organ. If we can pick up a perfect organ, we'll be able to make this. Because we can go scrap scavenge this lantern year. This one may not happen this year, but we'll get the stuff we need, hopefully, for it, aside from the perfect organ. So Sundering Crossbows, great. The next thing we want to do is we want to try and level up. No, we don't have any knowledges to level up with these survivors. This is our new knowledge. It's called Invasive, and it's on this survivor. She is not actually going to get to use that observation, and I'll read why when we get to the showdown. But she's going to start with a fresh acanthus, which she can archive to heal all of her stuff, which is great. Speaker Cult Knife up here, absolutely magnificent. That Speaker Cult Knife is going to come close to single-handedly winning us this fight. How we pick that up, for people that have been watching along, they will know. If you don't want to be spoiled on the Red Witches fight, cover your ears. But we actually picked it up from a fight, which was awesome. So this here is Feedback Loop, and it is actually going to level to level 2 as soon as we arrive at the showdown. So that's all good. I have another thing that we're trying to do this lantern year. So our population is 13. If we can get to 15, we can trigger our society principle. However, if we get to that, 15, what I then want to do is kill 2 of those people, because the Zachary is about to level up into level 4 Lanternism, and if you have both of your death count and your population at the same, you get 4 permanent affinities of your choice. Awesome. Haven't ever managed to do it, so I'd like to do it. We've actually got a way to kill people, an amount of people that we want, through this, which is cool. And we also have the lonely fruit to kill someone. So it's a really interesting time. So we're trying to manage all of these things at once, and yeah. So let's do so. I'll run through the survivors, and then I will probably have to go and say goodnight to my girlfriend so that I don't get murdered for playing Kingdom Death non-stop for the last month or week or whatever it's been. It feels like longer than it has, probably. So let's depart. I've got to remember to start utilising... Hello, Cam. I've got to remember to start utilising the shrine. So I've put the shrine on top over here. So shrine and innovate needs to happen pretty much every lantern year at the moment. So... Our frog, we actually have a bioluminescent tonsils. The witch's fight was excellent. I hope you get yours soon. I saw you had them coming in the mail now, which is great. So yes. Yes, we have a bioluminescent tonsils in our storage, which I didn't remember to put in there last time. So we actually will probably get another one this fight, if we're successful, of course. But we're all about getting as many resources as we can this fight. So that's our goal. Okay. I'm going to mute the mic and I'm going to be back in 2 minutes after I've said goodnight to my girlfriend, and then we'll get ready for a massive night of Kingdom Death. Okay, let's go. All right, I'll just run through the survivors one after the other and make sure we've got everything right for them. So, Aeneas, the mighty Aeneas. So when she departs, yep, it's fine. So she's got an evasion, yes. She's got 5 strength and a luck, plus she's got a luck charm. And she's got that. When you depart, gain 2 survival, so she's fine. Corndog, our new survivor. She has a luck token for this fight, but she also has 2 bleeding tokens. Fortunately, we have bandages on Aeneas, so we can get rid of those. She's not actually a gourmandist, she's our gatherist. So invasive, the maybe the invasive thing is, during showdown setup, if the terrain and deployment section instructs you to set up any random terrain cards, gain 1 with the gatherism terrain of your choice on the terrain deck. So I actually am fighting a monster that doesn't have anything in its terrain. We have a fascist that's going to let us put out extra terrain, but that's not going to allow us to use invasive. So, but she has an ability which is called Blood Donor. Gain 2 bleeding tokens and a fresh acanthus on departure. So, which is cool, a cool little thing. So we finally got a dried acanthus we can use. Our ghost Zerka / Zachary guy, Death Collector, fine. So when he departs, he's got a strength and an accuracy from his token. He doesn't have anything else. No luck. He is stinky, so he's got a crest stack. So we'll put out a stink token on him, stink token on her, and stink token nowhere else. Cool. And he has Frog Dog Song, Eproctophilia. I'll just give him the Insanity from Arrival now. And Taco, no. Corndog gets an Insanity on Arrival with the Stink Token. Actually, she doesn't have Eproctophilia, so she doesn't get that. Alright, and Taco has got +1 accuracy from the Frog Doggles because he's stinky. No, he doesn't gain +1 accuracy. I didn't give him this. Yeah, I didn't give him the thing, so that's fine. So he's not +1 accuracy. He's 2 accuracy base. He's luck 2 with the Lucky Charm and the Fish of Abundance, but that actually goes to luck 3 because he gets to double up a token on arrival, which is a luck token. And he will then level feedback loop up to level 2 when he arrives, which is awesome. And which means he's 3 luck with a deadly speaker cult knife that has acid palms. 3 dice, critting on 6s. Cheers. So that's going to be fun. That's level 3 killing territory right there. But if we get him a speed buff or something, his only downside is he has to attack from the front. So, and every time, I bought him frog kick from the forum too. It's so good. And feedback loop, great. So that's everyone. Cool, so let's go over here. We've departed, and so our first hunt event will be a random event, and we've got a whip, we've got bandages, 45. Gambler? No, that's 46. $45 is a jagged valley. Oh, yes! Each survivor suffers 1 event damage to the body. Unless we have bandages, you would suffer bleeding tokens. We do have bandages. How good is that? Okay. We do not have a pickaxe, so we cannot investigate a bit more. Oh, hang on a second. No. So the tenant for, or the neuroses rather, for gatherism is if you can investigate, you must on a... Yep. So yes, the neuroses for gatherism. If you can investigate, you must do so. However, I cannot because I do not have a pickaxe, so that's fine. Okay. So the next one is a Froggo event, and it is Skeletal Bloom. The event revealer, which is Corn Dog, may consume. If they do, gain +1 courage. I do not wish to consume. 41, a nightmare. The event revealer, which is Taco, no, it's Corn Dog, gains 1d10 insanity and a -1 evasion token. That's 9 insanity. Evasion token is a bit annoying. So we do have a Twilight Sword. Why are you doing that? Camera, don't do that. We do have a Twilight Sword. So that's it. Next one is here, and this is an Ark Survivor Hunt event. And this one is on Taco. Ark Survivor Hunt event. Alright, let's roll something positive, Deno. Something positive. A 4. A missed opportunity. Oh no, that's a Scout Hunt event, Deno. Try Ark Survivors. Ambition and complacency. The survivors' stomachs rumble in anticipation of the upcoming hunt. If the survivors' quarry will provide collective cognition on victory, the survivors savour their ambition. It will. So we all gain a survival and a strength token. That is a good one. Hello, Match Fixer. Strength tokens galore. How are you strength? 9, Aeneas. I spotted something else the other day, yesterday, which I needed to fix, which is such a funny one, but it's I don't like that camera. I'm annoyed by that camera. I need to fix that. Yeah, Aeneas is a chick, and because I changed it over from luck, I had her as a dude, but she's a chick. So there you go. All right, Ark Survivor Hunt event, strength tokens all round. Boot, 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 just in case. Next one is a random event, and we roll 19. Oh, Deadweed is 18. Exhalation of Darkness. So everyone has to roll for a straggler, so we'll go from the top down. So Aeneas, 6, 4, 4, 6. So we have 2 stragglers. Do we roll off in case of a tie? No, each straggler rolls 1d10. So it is Corndog and Taco. So Corndog rolls an 8. You bang into a giant. No, you gain a random basic resource. Very nice. Oh, love juice. Okay, and then the next person, roll it as well. A 6. Okay, so that's you banging to get your head banged. Taco, suffer 1 head damage. Taco's actually got the Dormant Twilight Cloak. So he's actually got 6 armor on the head right now. Alright, that is fine. Next one is another Froggo event, and we have Fits of Laughter. Roll a random hunt event. Okay, so we have to add insanity to each survivor. So Aeneas gains 1. Actually, we'll go from the bottom. 1. Come on, camera. 1, 2, 3. And 3, 4. Okay. Roll a random hunt event. Very good, very good. 27. Oh, man. Live streaming. Oh, no. Man Stealers. We don't have the unconscious survivor fighting art. It could be Taco or it could be Zachary. On a 1 to 5, it's Taco. It is Taco. Is he about to get his Jats crackers bitten off? Come on, Taco. Hey, yeah. I can't see what it is. It's a 2. Taco's getting his Jats crackers bitten off. Destroyed genitals. Oh, that's a bad one. Destroyed genitals. Gain a random disorder. Gain 3 insanity. Gain a bleeding token. So, and the random disorder that we get, we have to flip it from the deck. Could have been worse. Could be dead. Alright, his disorder is tophobia. When you suffer knockback, suffer brain damage. Again, could have been fear of the dark or something crazy like that. Overwhelming darkness. We did not get any bravery at all there. Courage. So everyone is rolling on the path of the insane. Alright, so top down. 3. I think that's spend survival or your survival or die. LMNOP. Yep, so Aeneas has to spend all of her survival, but that's okay because she has tenacity. I'm pretty sure I gave her tenacity. Hang on, did I give it to someone else? That's annoying. All right, next person. Same. Okay, so that suffer 1 event damage to the body. And the last person, that is spend all your survival. Man, that is devastating. We can't even herb gather either. We cannot even herb gather. Oh, hang on, he's always sane. So that's actually lose half your survival and gain the post-traumatic stress because he's always sane. All right, that's fine. Done. All right. We make it through that. We'll go to here. An interloper. We stab the interloper in the face. Gain a random frog dog resource. And we get to the fight. An ironclad spine. So, let's shuffle this, and then we'll get a random terrain card from our, whatever he is called. From our Facist, random terrain card. Where did I put those? So many cool little things to look at. Terrain cards. Alright, so we can flip either 2 tall grass or a toppled pillar. We'll put 2 tall grass out. 2 grass, help us hide. That'll be good. We just have to set that away from other tall grass. So let's go here. Let's go here and there. Excellent. All right. So the random stinky survivor is normally the target. So I think we put her in front. And we put the Facist in front so he can actually attack. We put her behind. And we'll put him off to the side in the grass. Because he's also stinky, just in case. Alright, so mature damage as well. So who did I think had tenacity? And why did I think it was Aeneas? I thought I bought tenacity for her. Licorice has got tenacity. Okay. So Aeneas. No. Gain a bleeding token for a free block. Awesome ability. Alright, so I think we're good to go. I think we've done everything. Yes, we're good. So we'll flip the first AI card, and it is a wet slap, which is delightful. The closest stinky threat, that is going to be our frog chick. Jelly Bean, she has 2 survival, which is nice. Oh, is Jelly Bean hang on. Scratch that. We need to go here to the departing survivors, don't I? Corn Dog, no survival. Damn. Okay. This is 4 speed, hitting on 7s. 2 hits. Head and body. 1, 2. 1, 2. Perform gaseous bloat. He puts a fart on top of the fart deck, which we'll put there. And that's it. Alright, go to town, please. Taco. Swing with your speaker cult knife in the front. He's got the frog doggles, and he is insane at the start of his act. he's not going to fail, so cool. Speaker Cult Knife. 3, 1, 2. Ooh, Sad Frog Dog song. 3. We do need to do a damage there from the boots, Zachary. And a damage here on the head, Corn Dog. And that's from Mature. Critical. So that goes away. All right, this is going to be a good showdown. I can feel it. So he has gained a permanent speed from his mossy molar thing that he just did. Yeah. Suffers 1 damage to the head hit location. Gains a mossy molar. And also, that's it. Okay. And we did the wound. We'll mark his weapon proficiency point. And that's good. Frog kick. Oh yeah, and he's marking a thing in frog kick because he's attacked with fist and tooth. Very good. Very good. Next one. Not a failure, but it is a wound. Next one. Not a failure, is a wound. Not a critical. Very nice. Yeah, and the weapon is strength 4, and he's strength 4, so that's 8. So he just literally, the only way he can fail is 3 1s. He will spend a survival to surge, and he's now 4 speed because he gained a permanent speed. Fine. That's 4 hits. Or impervious. He's not the stinkiest survivor, but this wound could make... No, it'll make her the stinkiest survivor. Okay. Critical wound, the monster is knocked down would be good. Failure. Very good. Wound. Let's do that one. This is an impervious one. That's a critical. Actually, I want to do this one first. The impervious one doesn't matter. So yes, a -1 toughness token. He's down to toughness 10. That's a wound. We gain a random frog dog resource. And then the impervious one, we're going to gain 2 insanity if we critical, which we do. That's an impervious hit location, so we can't do anything. He'll then move 1, 2, 3, 4 into the tall grass. He's an animal. He's an absolute animal. He is going to carry us to the end of the campaign if we are good with that. So he's done. Zachary does have survival, and he's got the crest axe, which is also pretty powerful with his speed 4. He can attack in the side, but let's do Aeneas. Aeneas is going to swing with the beast knuckle, the guitar. She is going to miss that, is she? Yes, she is. Accuracy 2, 6, 5, 4. She needed a 3. That's a shame. So she has no survival. So yep, so she's just going to move into the grass over to here. 1, 2. We'll do this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the heinous origin, and he'll swing with the crest axe. So that is 3 hits. And Zachary, what are you wielding? You're the Twilight Sword wielder that you can't use. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. Yes, we failed an attack roll, which means we get to add our strength to the attack roll. 1, 2, 3. But we're strength 5, 6. So 4's to wound. So that's a wound. 1. The next one, that is a failure on a 1. And the last one is an 8, which is a wound. Adjacent insane survivors perceive the frog dog's pain. They gain monster level insanity and are knocked down. So Zachary is always sane. Taco, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2. Corn dog, 1, 2. And Ananias, 1, 2. Alright, so I don't think I marked that wound. So that's fine. So everyone's knocked down except for him. He's going to stand up, the chick in the front there. We've removed the fart from the top of the fart deck with gaseous bloat because of his wound. And yeah, let's stand up her using one of Zachary's survival, which he will spend. He does not have the rawhide set, so he can't gain it back. Corn dog stands up. He can still surge, which he may do, but let's do corn dog. Corn dog will attack. She can't use the Sword of Doom, so she's going to use the grapple claw. Corn dog doesn't gain any benefit at the moment. She could use a fresh acanthus, but we'll keep that, I think. That's a perfect hit and an 8. So 1, 2. She is criticaling on something. That's a critical because she has a luck token and she's wielding a deadly wound. The monster is knocked down. And so this one, not a wound. Let's count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 short. So she's now going to move into the grass as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zachary might as well surge at this point. Spend a survival. Swing with the crest axe. Can't swing with the bone sword. Or do we just pop the founding stone and take a free crit? Well, at this point, we'd probably fist and tooth because we're deadly. Yeah, we'll fist and tooth in the rear with Zachary. 2 hits. It's not the first time he attacked with Sad Frog Dog songs, so that and that. So that is a... Oh, he's knocked down. Yep, so that one's ignored. Reaction. And that is a critical. Actually, given that... Yeah, I'm doing that way. Spindly paw. Wound. Alright, so the frog dog is going well. He's got a -1 toughness, he's got a -1 movement, and it is his turn. He's going to have probably 1 target. Let's see what he's doing. He's doing tongue-tied, the stinkiest threat in range. That is either of our 2 targets. Zachary would like to stay alive, so let's put our gatherist, corn dog, knocked down in front of him on one of these leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, he's up here. And Corn Dog is knocked down in front of him. She's going to suffer, was that grab? Nope, no grab. So 4 speed on a 5+, which goes to 7+. 2 hits. Don't die on me, Gatherist. You just joined us. Double head. Ooh, 2 severe injury rolls and the head is not ideal. The first one. That's dead. So she'll use her lifetime reroll. Oh, it's challenging. Into a Lantern 10. That's cool. No systemic pressure. The head 10 is good one. I think that's you get a courage, don't you? Oh no. Knockdown. Alright. Second one. A 5. Intracranial hemorrhage, I think. Yep, intracranial hemorrhage. You can no longer gain or use any survival. All okay. Because we can heal an intracranial hemorrhage at the barber surgeon, which we have. Alright, so standing up now. Our dude here stands up, as does Aeneas. So weapon proficiency points. Corn Dog, what was your weapon proficiency? Sword. We haven't hit doomed yet. So let's do Aeneas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We really need her to hit here. That's a hit. It's no negative reactions. Ooh. Critical would be good. That was a 10. I'm taking that. You're beauty. The dogpiles seek out any stinky survivors adjacent to the hapless surrogates. If any surrogates are insane, they gain +1 luck. She is not stinky, but Corn Dog is stinky, and so she gains a permanent luck. Aeneas does the wound. The first time she wounds from... Yep, that she gains +1 weapon proficiency point. So she is now a Qatar specialist. Straight away, she's a Qatar specialist. Very good. Very good. And she wounded... Yeah, the monster gains -1 toughness till the end of the attack. That's fine. Cool. Alright, so let's do our fist and tooth guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the front because he has to with a dash. Taco! Let's see if we can finish it off, Taco. Come on, son. So he is 4 speed with fist and tooth. That's 3 hits. Oh, death blow. How far off are we? Oh, we're actually probably going to do it if we don't hit the trap. We are not in the blind spot, so we want to do that one last, just in case we don't critical, which we are extremely likely to. We do not, but we wound, which is another sword attack. Not sword attack, sorry, I mean fist and tooth attack. So we get frog kick. Alright, death blow. That's a 1, that fails. That's annoying. That's a critical. Gain an accuracy token. And a random frog dog resource. The Speaker Cult Knife is just an amazing weapon. It's almost too amazing. A gaseous bladder. Is that from the frog dog? It is, okay. thinking that was from the Smog Singers. He's going to surge because there is 4 wounds to go. He could do it. He's now hitting on 3s. Oh, he rolls 3 hits. He's going to fall 1 short. Well, assuming there's not. This one. Oh my god. Come on, Deno. Come on, Deno. Oh, you're a puss bucket, Deno. All survivors are doomed. Our sword gets a doom token. Excellent. Okay, so all adjacent survivors suffer monster level brain damage. So 1, 2 for him. And 1, 2 for her. Aeneas 1, 2. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. Basic action. 4 speed. Hitting on a 5+. Perform gaseous bloat. 5+ goes to 6+. Attack with fist and tooth 4 times. 1 hit, which is excellent. Roll the head. The waist. 1, 2, and anything else? Gaseous bloat. Yes, 1 gaseous bloat. Thank you. He will spend a survival to stand up. Our chick with the Sword of Doom. She's going to swing with the Sword of Doom. How good is that? So the Sword of Doom. 2 speed on a 5+ corn dog, which goes to 4+. And when you spend a Doom token on a 6+, you get a Doom token back. We do get a Doom token back. So let's see if we hit twice. We hit once. There's a reflex leap gaseous bloat. That's a-okay. So let's see if we can critical. So she has 2 luck plus deadly 2. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So she's critting on a 6, wounding on a 2. That's a 2, so it's a wound, but not a crit. Not in the blind spot, so that is still in play. Perform leap and then gaseous bloat. So the leap is going to be 1 to 5, 6 to 10. So it's going here. Boom, boom, boom. There's a second fart on top of the fart deck. Boom, boom, boom. And Zachary is prime position to finish this fight off by moving 1, 2, 3 into the blind. Swinging with... Ooh. If we dash, we could swing with the bone club. No. Crest axe, I think. Crest axe. So he's hitting on 6s. 5, 4, 3s. So he doesn't get any sad frog dog song. 1, 2, 3. The death blow. 4. Oh my god. Okay, so if not in the monster's blind spot, that's fine. Failure, that's fine. Festering. Okay. So we'll do it in this order, and we may switch that around because that's a thing. Come on, Zachary. It's a 5. That's a wound. So we are in the blind spot. So we ditch a fart. We do one of these 2. This one. That's a critical. Gain a random frog dog resource. All survivors gain monster level insanity. And we got the death blow on a shot here. He's going to gain +1 speed. if he gets this. And the unfroggable fighting art. Another one of these, which is excellent. A mammary gland. All right. So I think he just needs to not roll a 1, actually. 7. That is a wound, the death blow. The survivor that dealt the killing blow, they gain +1 speed. Zachary is now +2 speed. We may need to consider this Krestak situation. +2 weapon proficiency levels. It didn't specify that it needed to be with the weapon that he was attacking. So he's going to gain 2 levels of weapon proficiency of the Twilight Sword, which is actually quite nice. Because ignore cumbersome, he can now move and attack with it. Not bad. And unfroggable fighting art, that's you can't gain stink tokens. With Eproctophilia, that's not good. So we will just roll on the table to not get that. That's a 9, so that's just 1 Lumi on Zachary. That was a very comfortable fight. I was not expecting it to be that comfortable, but that Speaker Cult Knife is epic. Alright, 6 Frog Dogs plus a bioluminescent tonsils. And the most important thing, we need to try and flip a perfect organ. So 6 of these. We don't really, I think we've already got what we need from these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this if we get a get a perfect organ, I'm going to be absolutely chuffed. That would be epic. Come on, Deno. Come on, Deno. All right. Number 1, a broken lantern. We needed a broken lantern, so that's good. Number 2, a monster hide. Number 3, question marks. Number 4, shuffle it, Deno, feel it. No, I feel it. Oh, monster hide. Now we also get to flip. We get to flip the top 3 from the monster resource deck. Game 1 and shuffle the rest back in. 1, 2, 3. We'll just take a tatty hide. That'll take an elastic tongue because it's both. And then we also get an additional resource. And we'll take from the scavenger kit. We'll take a basic resource. Is that it? It's a skull. We don't want that. We want them. The big perfect organ. Come on, Dan, I want a crossbow. Hiya! Ah, well. No crossbow today. Manage departing survivors. No. Complete showdown. Advance the year. Aeneas is going to ponder. We have to do the aftermath first, actually. So how many things are we feeding her? 4. That sucks. That sucks a lot. All right. So we go to our settlement event. We did get a few resources there, so that's okay. All right. Maroism. Left pile. So it's the right-hand pile. We'll just roll on that one. 4. Murder. Guaranteed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is haunted. Okay, the survivor with the lowest hunt XP is convinced a powerful presence is nearby. Let's roll it off. That's an 8. The survivor paints their blood in patterns. They gain +2 permanent accuracy, or 2 strength, 1 permanent accuracy, and possessed. Possessed sucks. Kale? Actually, let's give it to someone who we already used a reroll on, because they're probably going to get killed. Granola. 1, 2 strength. 1 accuracy. Possessed. I much prefer hunter settlement events without the scout. It's when you get to choose, it's just too easy. Timeline events. Do we have any story events? We do not. Okay, we have 4 endeavours, which is good. Let's feed Aeneas her 4 things. So we need a broken lantern for the sundering crossbow. So let's keep the sundering crossbow. We definitely will keep that. 1, 2, 3. I really just want to keep hide, actually. I've got so much bone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Oh, we got a love juice too. Nice. Okay. So Aeneas has been fed. She is content, which means she is a returning survivor and she gains an additional disposition. Now, because she gains an additional disposition, Aeneas, she is not disposition 31, she is disposition 4, and she has reached nothing, no pondering for her. Is that right? No, she's pondering because she gains 3 hunt XP. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So she is pondering her next level. And let's do that right now because that is exciting. We do need to do the forum, but yeah. Okay, so Aeneas, a personal famine, the boy and the wolves. Through mouthfuls of food, Aeneas recounts her youth spent training as a centurion of a moonwolf tribe. Strength and vitality were valued above all other virtues. Slim of limb and anemic of spirit, the demure boy was mercilessly mocked and persistently spurned. Okay. So that is +4. So that is a 7, which is she howls triumphant. Flecks of food flying from her mouth. She gains a permanent strength, a permanent speed, and 3 courage. Okay, let's go. So 3 courage. She is in the 1, 2, 3, which means she's got matchmaker, which is so good. And she rolls a bold roll, and her bold roll is a 5. And I think that is you can re-roll a thing this year. Bold, settlement phase. No, gain and endeavour. It's actually very useful. Okay, well done, Aeneas. You've done outstanding. What else could we have gotten there? That one's bad. Her appetite vanishes. She gains a torment. That's bad. Alright, so Aeneas is done. What else did we have? Taco, our facist. Leveling up into level 2 facism. I should really just keep these out, the ones that I need. Facism. Is he only level 2? Yeah, XP 5. Yep. He's a fist and tooth specialist. Yes. He's so good. We've got to get him out again. Gain a Lumi and roll 1d10. So yeah, we probably just want to get... Yeah, just not 1 or 2. That's fine. 9. Gain a Lumi as well as an observation in your tenant knowledge. We're already maxed on physiognomy, so that's fine. Facism done. Did we have anyone else to ponder? Need to mark that. No one else to ponder. Oh my God, Zachary's skipping the next hunt. That's terrible, Deno. Terrible. It can work. I think we're gonna go for the tree this year. Let's see if I can make that work. So is Aeneas going to get to Qatar Mastery? She is. That's great. All right, so let's remember we need a bold survivor, which we have, vows to create a weapon to match their courage. Okay, so one of our endeavours is on Shrine, one of our endeavours is on Innovate, and one of our endeavours is on Matchmaker. And I'm going to put my Shrine out right now. There's my Shrine. So I remember. Our Innovate resources. Let's put in all our resources actually, because I think we want to make leather as well. It's about time we started getting some leather stuff. Basic. Love juice, question mark, broken lantern. Hide. Froggo stuff. So the Froggo has given us an elastic tongue, a waxy dermis, tatty hide, an oily sphincter, mammary gland, gaseous bladder, waxy dermis, mossy molar, ironclad spine number 2, and we'll also tap into another one of these bioluminescent tonsils. So that's good. So let's do our Innovate. And so I think we'll spend our love juice as well. So love juice and matchmaker done. So our Innovate, so will be our hide. So we need an organ and a bone. So we'll go on mammary gland and a mossy molar. Very good. So an Innovate. What are we after here? What are we after? Symposium. Character might be good actually. If we get character, that'd be sick. All right. Sculpture. Don't really love sculpture. Morgue. We'll do morgue. Sculpture. Sculpture actually protects us against acid rain, doesn't it? Acid rain, we get a bonus if we've got sculpture. Now let's go morgue so we can flip ourselves out another basic resource. So we're going to do that now. And see if we can get another one. Come on, Deno. Come on, Deno. Perfect organ, perfect organ. Oh, it's just a monster organ. That's fine, that's fine. All right, so our character would have been awesome there. We didn't do character though. So Mighty Bone Axe, a bold survivor, a bone and an organ from a dude. Please tell me I left a bone from this frog dog. Where's the rest of me bones at? I'm going to use that for the bone instead, and I'll use the mossy molar for this. And then the organ, mammary gland, the bone axe, we're going to get ourselves a mighty bone axe. So we discard this bone axe and we go with a mighty bone axe. Mighty! It's just out and out better in every way. It is no longer breakable. I don't know if you've seen this before, but I'm going to show you over here. It is just an out and out upgrade. It is no longer breakable, for starters. It is an extra +3 strength. It is hitting on 5s, and you can re-roll natural 1s. And that specifies during your attack roll, re-roll natural 1s. That's pretty cool. However, to manufacture that, we must give up a bleeding token for each survivor when we depart. So that is okay. One mighty, mighty bone axe. Mighty, mighty bone axe. It's nice to get that early, actually. And we lose the bone blade. No, the bone axe. All right. Our 2 population. So there's no, so we've got collective cognition this year, so we just need to roll not shit. So we're lifetime re-rolling that one. Cool. So we're the lowest possible result, which I think is just gain a Lumi, or whatever it was. Intimacy, yep. Gain a population, it was not a grand feast, and we don't have bed. Let's get a male, starting with, let's try a different name. Starting with M. Food item with M. Throw it out there. Whilst you are deciding granola and pierogi. Macaroon. Marzipan. Let's go marzipan. Hello, Scarabost. Marzipan. That sounds more like a boy's name as well, which is good. Okay, marzipan in good shape. Alright, this is a huge roll. We're going to roll the same dice again. And we're going to hope that we can not roll shit out. Double 6 is excellent. So that is gain of population. The experience is wonderful. Everyone gets 10 survival. Sure, taco and dumpling. I cannot believe, starting with B, I can't believe we've got up to 15 population. Principal Society. He goes to 10 stuff. Now we're going to kill everyone. Hang on, how many things have I got? What happens in Principal Society? Is it you lose all your resources? No, that's conviction. That's principal conviction. So society is just you have to choose if you're accepting the darkness or if you are not accepting the darkness. Excellent. We will accept the darkness. Principles, accept the darkness. Thank goodness. And we roll on this table, and we'll roll that one. 6 to 10 would be great. That's an 8. Thanks, Match Fixer. See you, buddy. So we nominate a female survivor and they become the leader. I would probably normally nominate Aeneas, but I don't think we will. I think we'll nominate Jellybean. So Jellybean has been heralded as the leader of our settlement. She gains the quixotic disorder that can never be removed. And she gains the leader and orator of death fighting arts. We will just roll to get not both of those. I don't want either of those. A 4 and a 5, 2 Lumi. 1, 2. Excellent. All right, now what we're going to do, hilariously. So I have done my shrine, spent my shrine, spent my innovate, spent my matchmaker, spent my love juice, spent my leather. Okay. So let's do the leather. How many leather can I craft? I've only got 6 hide. So I'm going to just craft as much leather as I can. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leather. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now we can finally craft some stuff from the leather worker, which we made ages ago. And then we couldn't do anything with it. Scrap smelting armor ritual. All right, so with our last one, all right, so now what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I think I'm going to kill someone and do a lonely tree showdown right now. And let me just calculate that right. So that'll take our population to 12 and 14 alive. And then we need 1 more to die. And then Zachary will be able to get Syzygy. So that's a very cool plan, Dano. You're a cool guy. I like you a lot. Let's just check out other seed patterns. Get rid of these off the screen. So Massamine we don't care about. Sword of Doom we've already made. Item Smith's Lens, Organ of Broken Lantern, Analyze, Barber Surgeon, Blind. So we could do that. No, that needs a level 2, so we would need to do that. Level 1, Sword Specialist, 1 Perfect Bone and a Lantern Sword. No. Grim Muffler, a Cloth and a Hide. So we need an Organ obtained last showdown, pluck hairs from the survivors. So this Plated Shield requires stone noses and metal armor. No, okay. I just realised that all those survivors should have gained an understanding on departure, which I'll do now because of the pariah. Taco, very good. Zachary, understanding 7. Okay, so if I kill survivor, I gain another resource. That's not going to get me the Sundering Crossbow though, because that requires 2 endeavours and someone who goes there. So perhaps I should try and cure the intracranial hemorrhage on Corn Dog so she can come out on a hunt with us. Yeah, so let's go to the Barber Surgeon and we'll attempt to cure an intracranial hemorrhage. It's a 7 to 9 we need, so cool. That's a 9. We'll cure intracranial hemorrhage. Thank you. Go corn dog. Okay, that's interesting now. That's interesting. So does the lonely... We're gonna go the lonely tree. This is awesome. I'm excited about this. I love this showdown. And we have to do it this lantern year, because if we don't do it this lantern year, then, yeah, we suck. No, you get a worse reward. So let's do our shrine. Yeah, so we miss out on the shrine. Departing survivors gain insanity. That's okay. I would have preferred that they did get shrine stuff, but they didn't. So we'll send out Aeneas again. We will send out our Gatherers. Let's just check the Lonely Trees thing. Do we get to add random terrain cards? No, we don't. So that's okay. Maybe we don't take out the Gatherist. Let's... Taco. Yeah, we'll take out Taco with his destroyed genitals. Zachary can't go out. Jellybean, our Axe Master. Absolutely Jellybean, you must go. Pierogi hasn't been out in a while. She's got Eproctophilia, but that's not too bad for us here. Yeah, let's go Pierogi, because I think she gets to level up into... Nope, I want to try and get Dark Eye. Matcha. Stoneheart, Unyielding. Codependent, only gains understanding from the Pariah. Licorice is -1 speed, so we don't want her until we can clear her broken rib. Yeah, so Qatar, we won't send Corn Dog. Special showdown with the Lonely Tree. Level 1. Alright, let's read the Lonely Tree's story for people who haven't read it. Which is great. The Lonely Tree. So we picked up a little fruit called the Lonely Fruit. During the settlement phase, you may consume and archive this to do the story thing Lonely Lady. I'm going to give that to use Dubious Fare as well. It's a strange resource. It's not a monster resource. That's a shame. Aeneas. The survivor paused in the darkness, crippled by an unknown feeling of loss. Their eyes swelled with inexplicable tears. A hole opened in their heart. A warm hand swept into the survivors. Looking up, they saw something they never expected. Although the survivor could not understand the stranger's words. Lonely Lady. Hand in hand, they returned to the settlement. Together they dreamed the perfect dream. Dead. The survivor that consumed the lonely fruit is dead. Survivors must depart this year for a special showdown with the Lonely Tree. There was no love for her, only hunger. So we're going to do a special showdown with the Lonely Tree. So the survivor we're going to kill is going to be Granola the Possessed with no lifetime reroll. Yes. And that, wrong screen, will also get us another basic resource. Come on, Dano, flip the perfect organ, you champion. Come on. Monster Bone. Monster Bone. Okay, so we're also going to gain a sickle from the Bonesmith. So let's craft that. a sickle, craft. I'd love a pickaxe, but I don't think we've got a bone unless we use that ironclad. What do we need for the lure lantern from the Frost Crafter? I think that's a scrap, is it? Lure lantern, a scrap, and a bioluminescent tonsils. I think that's okay. So we'll make a lure lantern just so we've got that for the next thing, as well as a sickle for our next hunt. Oh, and we're also going to turn our fresh acanthus into a dried acanthus as well. So we have finally we have a little bit of protection. And then the rest we're going to try and craft some leather gear. Leather gear. So I think what we can craft with the leather, we can definitely craft the skirt. So we'll craft that. The cuirass, the braces requires a leather and a hide. The boots requires a leather and a hide. The cuirass requires a leather and a bone. That's devastating. That requires leather, hide, and bone. So the shield is awesome though. I think we'll make the body, because we don't have a body piece and it's our most damageable area, with a bone. That's awful. Awful use of an ironclad spine, Deno. And then braces or boots. Probably boots, because we've got the hands there. Boots, 2 leather, craft. All right. Feel like we've turned a corner. We'll do this lonely showdown. We can finally noodle and herb gather, thank goodness. Herb gathering gets us survival, which we can do after the thing, which is awesome. We're finally starting to turn the corner. That feels good, man. So we cured our intracranial hemorrhage. Alright, so we're departing for a special showdown. Let's just work out our survivors. So Aeneas is coming with us, so we do need to give her more resources so she becomes content. This is going to get her 1 hunt XP, so she is going to level up again. And she's going to be disposition 5, hopefully, so that's fine. Oh, we need to do the forum and see if there's any of these that we want to buy. I better put all of these back in it. Oh yeah, and the last thing I think we're going to do is I think we're going to make one of those scab weapons. Yeah. 1 invasive, 2 light stealer, 3 meat shield. I don't want any of those. 2 for invasive. No, we'll keep that. We'll keep the Lumi. Yes, so if I do... No, I do this next lantern year, I think. The bow scab is 1 organ and -2 population. Is there an axe scab? Halberd scab. -3 population. Yuck. Alright, well, I'm not making that. Okay, Aeneas is going to go for the guitar. And she'll just keep everything like that. So she's all good. Jellybean's loadout is the frog set with the Sword of Doom. She unfortunately doesn't have a luck token. Would have been nice. Nor is she gaining stink tokens. Very good. So we're going to use the leather set, the leather cuirass. Don't need a lure lantern. We don't need a bone sickle, but we do want to use a dried acanthus on Tarko, I think. Yeah, so yeah, there's literally no reason to take the sickle. So let's just go with, maybe I will take that invasive. No, that was not the invasive that gave us the thing. Pierogi's going out. So Pierogi's going to be using the club guy set. Club guy set is looking very ordinary right now. One of those and one of those. So that's... Oh, and I also built the waist, didn't I? Oof. Feeling good, man. Feeling good. So we have boots, hands, body, head, and leather skirt, and we have ourselves a delightful set now. So he's got 4 understanding, so we'll put that over here. All right. So I can do this to gain the benefit of the speaker cult knife as well. Oh my God, Deno, that is animal behaviour from you. Absolutely animal. We've procced the 2 blues. We're just not stinky, so we're not going to gain an accuracy. Wowza. Leather skirt. Leather cuirass. And leather boots. Clothed and satiated. He's actually getting 3 luck because he's 2 luck tokens. He's not going to gain an accuracy. When he departs, nothing else. Very good. Good set for Tarko. He's actually got 3 reds. That's nice. Scavenger, spiked buckler. We don't need the Twilight Sword. We'll put the dried acanthus on her. Okay, where's my mighty bone axe actually? I need that. So we actually need an axe on everyone if we can manage it. Crest axe, crest axe. So there's a crest axe. We definitely want the guitar there. So we'll put the dried acanthus off here. Don't think we need our Sword of Doom, but let's keep it anyway. Let's ditch the grapple core because you can't critical. We'll go the mighty bone axe here. Spiked buckler. Dried acanthus, founding stone. Are we really not taking our grapple claw, Deno? Yeah, that's okay. I could craft a bone axe. No, I don't have any bone left over. So axe, axe. I have another axe. I have another crest axe. Axe, axe. Do we put an axe here instead of what? Instead of the speaker cult knife. No, we can always attack fist and tooth. Yeah, we just want to attack with the axe as much as possible. That's fine. And already got a cloth. Pierogi in yellow. Alright, I'm sure that was a very, very enjoyable experience for everyone watching me play around with equipment. Here is Nico ready to fight, along with Brawl. The two of them ready to go for our next showdown, which is delightful. Aeneas is good. Bleeding token, bleeding token. Taco is good. And that's it. Alright, so we're still looking for the Sundering Crossbow. We can archive both of those strange resources. We've got a red thread. We do have a Twilight Sword and a Speaker Cult Knife, which is excellent. Our Shrine Roll we did and we gained that. Okay, we can set up for the Lonely Tree. So I really enjoy this showdown actually. The Lonely Tree Showdown is a lot of fun. What I enjoy most about it is that it gains us a free weapon proficiency point and it gains us a single hunt XP and it doesn't advance the year and we're going to get some resources out of it. So those are all good things in my books. Basic resources, if we can manage it, is what it dishes out. Lots and lots of basics. So the tree goes in the middle, and then we have tall grass like all the way out here and stuff. No mammoth leaves. 3 and 4. You actually need dash for this showdown. Okay, I just need to grab a few more of the fruit, because you use the fruit in the showdown. Alright, so I'll just fix this up. Scavenger kit cloth. Sure, we might as well put a bone blade there. Giving up the bone axe. Lonely tree. What do we need for this fight? What do we need? That's that. Don't think there's any of those that need to be removed. Nope. He does have a legendary card too at his basic level, so he's actually a bit of a pest. But he does gain us 3 connective cognition. Impenetrable trunk, can only be wounded by axes, which is pretty cool. Alright, there he is. So 6, 3 and 1, toughness 10, a -1 damage token, bear fruit, impenetrable trunk and nightmare fruit. Nightmare Fruit and Bear Fruit. Flower Funnel is our survivor status. We'll need those. There's a legendary. There's a legendary. A, B, B. Don't need those. Let's crack on. The tree is waiting for you. Survivors go first. So yeah, the tree, it bears fruit. Whenever it says bear fruit, the tree drops fruit out onto the ground. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, advanced. Pretty sure I fought the tree on stream before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty. So we'll just put a mighty bone axe here, because that's the only thing that matters, really. Reset. Let's depart. And we have to give everyone a bleeding token. Actually bad. Aeneas apparently has 801 insanity. And Taka has 1301. I have no idea what their insanity was before. What does this tell us? 13. So he's going to be 14. Pierogi can't gain insanity. Jellybean gain 1. That means she's got 9. Very good. Survival 5, 4, 4, 5. Excellent. And Jellybean doesn't have any luck bonuses. That's fine. Bleeding token. Bleeding token. Bleeding token. Let's get this party started. This will be the only time we fight the Lonely Tree, I think, because the rewards for the later levels is not that good. How many spaces away are we? 4. Why are you making this so difficult, Deno? Put your one guy here, 4 spaces away, that's fine. Survivors kind of want to be adjacent to each other, but at the same time, they don't. Alright. So let's just go, so it's all about weapon proficiencies, and we want as many fruit on the board as we can, but let's start with the chick with the mighty bone axe. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is Pierogi. She has the mighty bone axe. She will swing. She hits on a 3+ from the mighty bone axe. That's double 9s. Iron Bark, super dense, perform basic action, target the attacker, and gnarled trunk. A survivor adjacent to the attacker may gain a benefit by doing that. We don't want to do that just yet. So perform basic action targeting the attacker. So we're critting on. She's just a straight crit roll. Hey Finn. Tremendous mate. Can't wait for you to get him. 3 is a wound because we're only toughness 10, but it's not a critical. So we're going to perform basic action. The basic action is 3 speed, accuracy 3+, which goes to 4+, and these are hitting on 1 damage each. So that's a 5 and a 6. A 5 and a 6 hits the body and the hands, 1 damage, 1 damage. And it's 1 damage because at this level it's -1 damage at the moment. However, then it bears fruit, which means we put a fruit marker somewhere here, as close to the survivor as possible, I think. If all 6, no, so we don't want it as close to the survivor as possible. No, it is, yes, because that says so. Nice one, Dano. All right, so that fruit will go there. So that's the first. That's the first attack from the iron bark. So that's done. That was a wound reaction, and then this one has a reflex reaction. We roll a critical, and we can critical because we're amazing. This is a Savage Mighty Bone Axe. 1 and 1, 2 wounds. You are showered with a sticky glue-like substance. Remove a bleeding token. She will surge with the Mighty Bone Axe. Just chopping down trees. 2 speed. That's a 1, but because it's a natural 1, we can re-roll that because of our heroic ability into a 7. That's 2 more hits. What do we get? We get a gnarled trunk and another gnarled trunk. Low branches. So we'll do this reflex first so that we don't get kicked away. We do a wound. And then if we can critical this, he bears fruit as close to us as possible. So there. And then this one, that's a 7. It's a wound. It's a reflex. We gain a bleeding token. And we're pulled through the ground. And we're placed in a tall grass terrain tile furthest from us. So she's going all the way up there. Believe it or not, I am not going to be going up there to put her up there. She knocked down as well? No. So that's the sum total of 5 wounds of the 10 cards that are in the deck. We go first. So this guy may not even get an attack, which would be lovely. She has weapon proficiency axe, I think. No, she does now. Good work, Pierogi. I know that Jellybean does, though. So Jellybean is going to go. The tree does have a facing, but it doesn't have a blind spot. So what do we want to do here? We probably just want to, we want to just do 1 attack with each. So let's do Aeneas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aeneas will swing with her Beast Knuckle. Hits twice. So this can't crit. There's a reflex. There's a reflex. So we can't crit. We just need to do a wound though. We do a wound. She gains her Katar specialization, and we can cancel the reaction on the first chosen hit location because of our Katar specialization, but it does still bear fruit adjacent to us if possible. And then we'll swing again, which is another wound. We can't avoid that reaction. It bears fruit. The fruit has the potential to be very bad for us, but because it could explode. So we don't want that to happen, but yeah. Then she's knocked back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. don't think she's got anything bad for knockback, does she? No. Matchmaker, no. Guitar, yes. Man, we need to get rid of her. Broken rib, she'll be unreal. All right, axe, 1, 2, 3, 4, into there. Swing with the crest axe. What is your accuracy? Jelly bean? It is in fact 1. I forgot to add 2 terrain cards. I'm going to do that now, because just in case we get something that we can harvest for resources. So I think I've actually got 2. So the first one is a survivor corpse. So we'll take the corpse. Fascist number 1. Taco is also a fascist. Glowing waypoint, hate that. Acanthus plants, we'll take the acanthus plants. Did I put the sickle on? I did. I didn't, but I'm going to. Here. So the survivor corpse is set up at least 6 spaces from all other terrain. So let's put that there. And the 2 acanthus plants have to be set up spaces away from acanthus plants. So we'll put them there. Yep, like so. Very good. So her attack with the crest axe, she's only hit once. We flip a first strike. All survivors adjacent to the monster or an acanthus plant gain 2 bleeding tokens. That's fine. She's okay with that. She wounds. She gets her axe proficiency point. She gets 2 bleeding tokens. She does a wound. Didn't bear fruit. Then she's going to use her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to use her frog set, burst, spend all leg armor points to go in a, which direction is it? Knockback 5 in any direction. She hasn't got photophilia, has she? No. She's going to knock herself back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then she's going to harvest that acanthus using her sickle. So she gets 2, no, gains a fresh acanthus. Then she's going to dash 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to harvest that fresh acanthus. That's 2 fresh acanthus added to the storage. 3 wounds left. Our guy with the crest axe that we should have kept his fist and tooth on. It was dumb of us to do that. He's going to harvest the survivor corpse. He gains a 5, which is gain 2 insanity and a random basic resource. That's the terrain deck, Deno, so we don't want to do that. A skull, he gains an insanity. Got to have something for, what's the name to eat? Aeneas to eat. So then he'll move and surge. The crest axe. Let's do fist and tooth first, actually, because he's got acid palms, so, and he's 1 speed. Perfect hit, he's got 3 hits out of it. Attack with fist and tooth, frog kick 2. This is going amazing. Oh, this plan is so good, Deno. This plan is so good. Frog kick 2. Hey. Alright, as long as we don't blow up all of the fruit right now, we're going to get a lot of basic resources out of this, which would be great. It would not be great, rather. It would be the opposite of that. 1, 2, 3. This location is safe and can be critically wounded by any weapon type. Okay, thank you. It's not a critical because he doesn't have his deadly weapon. He rolls a 5, but it is a wound. So that's 1 wound. Flower funnel. When you gain this, suffer 2 brain damage. When you spend... Yeah, okay. So let's do this. That's a double ones. That's a reflex. We gain a flower funnel status, which is bad. Very bad. All survivors adjacent to the tree suffer 6 damage. Oh, that's bad. He wounds, but he can't critical. Okay, the fruits closest to the attacker. All survivors adjacent suffer 6 damage and knockback 5. Return the fruit to the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 damage. It's going to cause a thing. Maybe not. It does. He, of course, suffers a severe head injury roll. Taco, if you die, man, I'm going to be so upset at you. I'm going to be so upset. Don't you die. Don't you die. Thank you. It's a 9. Because he's got Stone Heart. Shattered Jaw. Did I put... No, I put the friggin' Dridecanthus somewhere else. I even said I wanted to put it on him. There's just not enough gear grids. There's just not enough gear grids. There's 1 card left. It is the basic action. The closest threat, it just throws a thing at you. So the closest threat, it's going to be him again, Taco again. So Taco has 1 evasion. And this basic action is 3 speed, so it's hitting on 4s. 3 hits, very good. And these go body boots, hands. We will dodge. We don't need to dodge any of them because they're only 4 damage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so everyone's gained their weapon proficiency points. We want the final wound done as quick as possible with a minimal amount of fuss. The person most likely is Aeneas. We also have to put a fruit down too. So we're back up to 4 fruits. If Aeneas procs the trap, fruit explodes. So we might actually do it with the chick with the spiked buckler, Pierogi. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's fine. She'll swing with the Mighty Bone Axe. She rolls a 1 and a 4. The 1 she can re-roll. She rolls 2 hits. Don't trap me. We can wound that. First strike. Excellent. Can we critical? Nope. We roll a 1. Reflex. Gain a bleeding token. Get put all the way over there near the grass. That's so dumb, Deno. You are so dumb. Alright, I guess we're going our mate again. Taco Tuesday. I'm not going to bother moving her. Taco's just got to hit once. He's got 3 speed. He hits once. Reflex. Excellent. Just don't fail. That's a 9. Would be a critical. It's not a 9. It's not a critical. That's it. Showdown over. All of the wounds done. And because there is 4, we gain for each nightmare fruit on the showdown board, we gain a random basic resource. So we wanted to keep as many of those on the board as we could, so we can get 4 random basic resources. So we got something to feed Aeneas. All right. Come on, Sundering Crossbow. Love Juice is fine. Monster Organ. Monster Hide. Question marks. 4 basic resources. And we also gain the Jagged Marrow Fruit Strange resource, which you can archive to gain some benefit for Fist and Tooth, but I don't really remember what it was. I feel like it's just fun. What do we get there? Yeah, Jagged Marrow Fruit. Jagged Marrow Fruit. Nightmare Spurs. Once per showdown, you may spend all your survival to lose all your +1 strength tokens and gain that many +1 luck tokens. Yeah, cool. Okay. Oh, it's a bone scrap and consumable as well. That's actually pretty handy. Okay, we return from our special showdown. We gain stuff. Jelly Bean can find a facism. Why only give me 1 collective cognition? I'm pretty sure I get 3 for that, because it's a nemesis. In fact, I'm certain I get 3 for that. 1, 2, 3. We gain the Ecstatic Dance cuisine. And we also gain the Red Witches cuisine. Joint Array and Freeform Dancer. Alright, I'm putting the tree away. That was fun. I knew it was going to go that way. You prepare for the tree. Every now and then it just blows up in your face. And it's glorious. But yes, the tree went fine. Thank you, tree, for donating resources to us. Jagged Marrow Fruit. Strange. Question marks. Monster Hide. Skull. Organ. Love Juice. And 2 fresh acanthus. Let's see how many things Aeneas eats. Yeah, she only eats 2. Have those fresh acanthus, Aeneas. Delicious. She's a returning survivor. She is content again, and so she will go to disposition 5, which will be relevant, not 41. 5. Be relevant because she is also leveling up again on her Hunt XP thing. Plus we got these. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Okay, I think we go after an antelope now. Probably just an antelope. So we can crank out the leather set. What's our timeline? Yeah, okay. So let's go a Screaming Antelope level 2. The tree. Alright, I need to calm down. I've got so much stuff going through my head now. It's all very exciting. What we're going to gain over here is the Joint Array from Red Witch's Cuisine. Nominate 3 survivors to gain it, then shuffle it into the settlement's knowledge deck. Interesting. and attain the Freeform Dancer knowledge card, which is very fun and useful when a monster attacks you with a ranged attack. So that's those. And okay, so we do Aeneas's story, and we also do, someone else pondered as well, didn't they? Aeneas and Jellybean are level 2 faces. All right, Aeneas, get excited. We're on to level 3. The Parasite. Hunger aches from a persistent void in the pit of her stomach. Aeneas focuses her attention beyond the physical discomforts to reveal the wriggling presence of something else, a creature that feeds on her substance. An ever-present subtraction of body and mind. She must expel the parasite. Cool. Aeneas gets the best result. Aeneas meditates. Meal by meal, she recalls the bitter taste of her earliest struggles, the spice of change, and the sweetness of triumph. Finally, she can taste the whole of herself, and it reveals the alien inside. She plunges her hand down her own throat to grasp the writhing invader, yanking its struggling body out of her mouth. Aeneas examines the pale, wriggling creature, a tiny version of her past self, insecure, vengeful, and in pain. She crushes it in her hands, killing it and setting it free. She smiles, then pops its corpse back into her mouth in one final act of reckless consumption. Aeneas gains 1 understanding, speaking of, and she also gains a permanent luck. What a legend! Everyone gains an understanding for departing from that guy, the pariah. You're a tinker, so let's see what you roll on your insight roll. You roll a 7. Which is gain an endeavour this phase. So we've got 2 endeavours now, because she's a tinker as a returning survivor, and she also gained 1 this settlement phase. Very good. So that was Jellybean's understanding, Pierogi understanding, and Taco understanding 4. Tremendous. Alright, so Aeneas has a luck and sets her torment to 0. From now on, she is always content. Oh, Aeneas, it's about time. I don't have to feed her anymore. Oh. Alright, so if she goes out 1 more hunt, she will get Guitar Mastery, and I reckon we might shelve her then and save her for a later stage, because she's an awesome survivor. She is always content now. Would be good to give her some ability to get rid of her stuff. Aeneas is a smash hit as a wanderer. Smash hit. Love her. Facism. Where's my facism book? The other wanderer that we've used so far, Luck, not so much. Jellybean is pondering into level 2 facism. She rolls a 2. Gain disorder secretive. Oh, she had a survival and a strength token. So that's fine. Our collective cognition is 20. We may place the cards in the philosophy deck in any order. So I'm going to put gourmandism on top. And with our two endeavours that we have left, we will give dumpling, kale, marzipan. Milky's got an extra strength, so let's give Milky 2 Hunt XP. And he will adopt Gourmandism, which is my favourite one. Alright. Oh, it's all ticking along now. Gourmandism, you are what you eat. We gain health as a knowledge. And all we want out of this is that dirty, dirty extra gear grid item. Gourmandism, live to eat. Gain a Lumi and roll a Lantern 10. Okay. Gain +1 accuracy after archiving a resource. We will do that. Photophilia, you cannot depart without a lantern in your gear grid. We don't actually have a useful lantern yet because we haven't made the weapon crafter. Okay. Now, I got 12 dead survivors, so I need to kill 1. If I get a love juice, that will take us to 15. And I kill 2. That will take us back down to 13, and our death count, yeah, so we just need to kill 1 survivor. Okay, who's getting Freeform Dancer? Jellybean can get Freeform Dancer, I reckon. No, she got Desperate Strike. We don't want to give up Desperate Strike when we're so close to leveling it up. Anais? Freeform Dancer? No, she's not going to go on a hunt. 3 survivors gain Joint Array. Alright, that can just be our 3 basics. When another survivor with Joint Array wounds the monster. Joint Array. That's going to be hard. I suppose we can do it with Joint Array. If we send all 3 of them out on a hunt, we could level that up. They'll give it to Milky. She didn't get another one. Joint Array. Alright. No survivors died. We're not returning from a showdown, so we don't... Oh my god, there's a perfect organ right there. How dare you, Deno? How dare you? Greta Thunberg would be devastated with you. How dare you? You've stolen my childhood. Alright, Screaming Antelope. Let's kick on with a Screaming Antelope. We'll probably end the showdown there so we can do the Black Knight tomorrow morning. We'll get a Principal Conviction. That'll be delightful. Who are we taking out? In this fight against the Screaming Antelope. What do we want to level up? So Anais is going. We don't have to feed her. Taco is definitely going. So we can get his Fist of Tooth. We can almost get him there this hunt. Oh, he's got 17. He's got 17. Oh, do we want to have a risk of the antelope and him running into the darkness? Probably not, actually. Damn. All right. So we'll send our Jellybean, yes. Who has got... Matcha's got that. We need to kill one person. And we need Zachary to come back with one dead person. How else can I kill a person comfortably without having to roll dice? Corn dogs, who we want to go out, yes. Corn dog, jelly bean. So we don't need you, Matcha. Aeneas. The only way I can kill someone is by using the pattern cards. So I'm going to kill someone using a pattern card. We will make the only one that is -1 population is the sword scab. Costs us an organ and we gain the sword scab. That's not going to be in there yet. So we use an organ, sword scab, special gear card from the pariah. So we kill someone, which gains us a basic resource. I could just top deck, but I'm not going to. I will shuffle it properly. Come on, Dano. Jank it. Jank it. Oh, another love juice. All right. Okay, so we can get our survivors' population back up pretty much right now if we wanted. The survivor who's going to die is not Milky, not Dairy. It looks like it's Bruno. Dead. Confirm. The reason I killed someone is because if we don't lose any survivors on this hunt... Oh, I've got to use my Skrell model for this chick. Let's make her green. If I don't lose any survivors on this hunt, then I come back and I gain Syzygy, which lets me get 1,000,000 affinities of my choice, which is awesome. All right, so we've got to start looking at these gear grids now because we have no need for Crest Axe there. I don't even think we're going to use the Sword Scab, actually. And if anyone's interested in what the Sword Scab does, that's the Sword Scab right there. All right. We want a lure lantern as well, so we can get some copper. Do we want to try for a stinky piece of monster grease over here? All right, Mighty Bone Axe, Buckler, Scavenger Kit. Yeah, so we don't need anything else here. So we can put the lure lantern here. Did I take out the person who has photophilia? No. No, I did not. Okay, so we know Aeneas' setup is fine. That's great. We know Taco's not coming, but... So who is going Corn Dog is going for sword. Jellybean is going for axe. So Jellybean's going to be wearing absolutely nothing. She's going to be naked as the day she was born. Oh, he's going to take the Twilight Sword. Alright, well, I reckon we do this instead. This over here. Speak Occult Knife. Yeah. So Zachary's going to be this guy, which means he has to have the Twilight Sword, which is fine. And he still can't wield that. We need to clear his disorder. Let's put the Speak Occult Knife on him. So that can be his gear grid, fine. So he is in teal. Zachary. In blue, we don't need the blue, so instead we're going to take Aeneas and we're going to have green. Our little gatherer. So I'm going to use the Skrell model because I painted Skrell the other day just for use with gatherism. And here she is. Let's go, Skrell. Will she come up on here? She will. She doesn't look very good because it's not in focus, but Skrell. Alright, so this is starting to get challenging now. Starting to get challenging. It'll be good to get rid of Aeneas and bring out one of our other survivors so we can level up some knowledges. But she's got Matchmaker. We got 2 love juices in storage. How good is that? Alright, Jellybean needs the axe. So Jellybean's going to be wearing that set up there. Alright. Jellybean is going to wear Taco's set. But we're going to give her the Mighty Bone Axe instead. Done. So that's her. Savage Mighty Bone Axe. Excellent. Corn Dog, who is our invasive person. She's got that. And she's also got gained 2 bleeding tokens and a fresh acanthus on departure. So that's fine. Another fresh acanthus for her to depart with. And she must investigate on the hunts. And her loadout is the frog set, yes. And we'll also add the sickle. Excellent. Save. Aeneas, her loadout's accurate. So Zachary's the only one whose loadout we've got to change. Why is he 16? 16 is such a nervous insanity for a screaming antelope. That's fine. Scavenger kit, cloth, spiked buckler, Speak Occult Knife, Twilight Sword, lure lantern. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it says there because he doesn't have thingy. He does gain 2 survival when he departs from the acanthus. Not 11. And he's got Light Stealer and Light Eater. So let's depart to hunt a screaming antelope. Level 2. We do gain 1 insanity when we depart. We'll depart. Everyone's going to gain an understanding from the pariah. She's up to 6, 7. Corn Dog, 1 understanding. Jelly Bean, 4 understanding. Zachary, 8 understanding. Cool. We also need to give Corn Dog 2 bleeding tokens. And everything else is fine. Jelly Bean, she has got a luck. She's got 2 luck actually. And we've got to clear this clown's disorder. He's got a death token, so he's +1 accuracy and +1 strength. And Hedonia. Alright. We're good to go against Physiognomy, Stoneheart, and Desperate Strike is up here. So she is also quixotic. Is she insane when we depart? She's not. Okay. Oh, she got battle drunk. What's that? First time you do a wound. This game gets very complex very quickly. I felt like yesterday we were just kicking through stuff. Yeah, man, it's all going great. Woo! And now it is very, very much got to make sure you're doing everything right. Things can go out of hand. We've got a lure lantern. That's nice. So we can get some copper, maybe. Screaming Antelope. Let's go. Alright, so we'll just grab the Screaming Antelope hunt events, which are here. I could probably take a level 3 at this point. Should I take a level 3? Nah, it's the damage. I don't want to take the damage. Just in case, because he runs away. And the basics. Done. Done. First survivor is Aeneas. A migration. Move the Screaming Antelope 1, 2, 3 spaces away. Very good. Next person is Corn Dog. An Ark Survivor Hunt event. Alright, Corn Dog. You better roll well here. Corn Dog rolls a 5. Forum of Failure. If the combined Lumi of the hunting party is 10 plus, well, Jellybean's got 5. Aeneas has got 2, 1, and 4. It is! The event revealer approaches with curiosity. This is a bad one. That's awful. Alright. 4. Gain a random starting knowledge. I'll just roll down the top of the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so it's the third one. Jellybean, you are ridiculous. We're not going to gain it. We still have to put it in the knowledge deck though, so it'll be despair, fear. I tried so hard to get rid of those fucking things. Darkness, despair, fear. So at least it's the leveled up fear. Fear back into our deck. You absolute wanker. right, next hunt event. Sorry, that was corn dog. So jelly bean, dead antelope. The event revealer may harvest. If they do, gain 1 random vermin resource, 2 random screaming antelopes. We'll do that, and let's see if we can roll. That's a 1. I don't particularly want to grab out the screaming antelope or the white lion stuff to fight a white lion, so we'll continue. Alright, so that's over there. And a vermin resource. I reckon that would have been an interesting fight if we had that come off. I reckon that would have been a very interesting fight indeed. Another golden frog. Alright, cool. Double shank bone. Excellent. Random hunt event. 89. I thought that was going to be 79 then. Stop doing that. Cleaner birds. Straggler. If we have a whip, we crack it and we gain a random basic resource. We do have a whip. And thank you, Grapple Claw, once again for coming to the rescue. A perfect bone. All I want is a perfect organ. A random event. 72. Once again, it is not a prospector's key, and so I'm sad. I want to get into that Wrath card. Something to pass the time. Roll again on the hunt event board. 24. Food from the mouths of others. The event revealer, 1, 2, 3, 4, Aeneas, gains a courage. And roll 1d10. She rolls a 6. Gain a founding stone. Yep. Well, we won't take the founding stone. She hasn't got room in her grid. So that's okay. Alright. On to Overwhelming Darkness. LMNO. Oh, and I should have specified Lure Lantern and thingy after Overwhelming Darkness. So, Aeneas gets to roll on the Path of the Brave. Aeneas, you brave sod, rolls a 3. She gains a -1 accuracy token. Excellent. Corndog rolls on the Path of the Insane. Why has she got 16 insanity? Corndog rolls a 2. She has to spend all of her survival at least 1. She's done. Jelly Bean. She's rolling on the Path of the Doomed. So she loses monster level survival. 1, 2. And gains a -1 evasion token. And finally, this guy always rolls in that middle path as well. He rolls a 6, which is monster level survival and an evasion token. I've made an awful decision here with this Screaming Antelope hunt. Everyone is insanity maximum. That is just an awful decision, Deno. Alright, so this guy always runs away, so I'm going to do my thing here. So we got, this is the last one of these. We can skip the next hunt space. We will not. Roll a random hunt event. Oh no, we're fine, so we just move to here. So we'll do this, and then we'll do herb gathering, and then we'll do Lure Lantern, 30. Rotten Faces. Each survivor rolls 1d10. Okay, so Aeneas rolls a Lantern 10, gain a random basic resource. Very good. Corndog rolls a 5. Roll again on this table or spend 1 survival to escape. Corndog has no survival, so she'll roll again on the table. She rolls a 2, same result. She rolls a 6, which is you escape without incident. The next person, another Lantern 10, that's another basic resource. It's all happening now. It is all happening now. And finally, Zachary. Zachary rolls a 2. He must spend a survival to escape or roll again on the table. He will roll again on the table because if we get a 10, we get a resource. That's a 2. Roll again. That's a 1. Okay. If you had leg armor is lost in the muck. He doesn't have leg armor. He's wearing no leg armor. Excellent. All right. So we have one more, and our herb gathering. So let's herb gather. And then we'll do our lure lantern. Oh, I've probably got a hooded knight due as well. So I might put hooded knight on the timeline. When was the last one? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so I'll put hooded knight here and we'll go quickly do that. All right, herb gathering. Everyone's going to roll 3 dice. First one, 19 plus 18 is 35 plus nothing plus nothing. So that is gain a fresh acanthus. All survivors gain a survival. We've already got a fresh acanthus, but that's okay. Lure lantern. Let's dance our little lure lantern. Frog dog. Tonight I'm gonna be hit on the floor. Noodling is actually not a good event, but I've never tried for the Dark Water Pearl, so let's try for the Dark Water Pearl. Every survivor with a lure lantern lowers their hand into the dark. Suffer the dismembered arm sphere injury. I'm glad I put my lure lantern on a guy with a dried acanthus. So he rolls a 1. Archive the lure lantern. Oh, you are cracking jokes. You are cracking jokes, Deno. Well, that's depressing. I was excited about me lure lantern. Basic event, we know what it is. 30. Did we just do 30? We did, Rotten Faces. Let's get some more basic resources, eh? Zachary, a 7. You escape without incident. Next person, a 9. You escape without incident. Next person, a 5. Roll again. An 8. You escape without incident. Last, Aeneas. Aeneas has to lose her rawhide boots unless she spends 3 survival. That's a bit annoying. Boo. All right, our last hunt event is a random hunt event, and we roll 27. Man Stealers again. Corn dog female, jelly bean female. It's Zachary. Protect yourself. Protect your jats. It's a 9. He's protected his jats. Suffer 1 event damage to the waist. Nice. We make it to the showdown. A fun hunt. A fun hunt. Let's hope nobody dies and all will be well. All right. So we know how the Screaming Antelope fight goes. We feel pretty comfortable with that. What we need to flip is our random terrain cards and see if we get ourselves a dead monster to play with. Because that would be good. Basic action. All of his AI cards. All of his hit location. Indom resources we do not need yet. Alright, terrain cards. So he is 2 random terrain cards. Plus we have 1 facist. So the 2 random terrain cards we're going to roll are Columns, Tall Grass. Yep, I should actually take the Bug Patch and the Acanthus and the Acanthus out of there. Very good. Alright. So we flip 2 of these and we choose 1. The first one is a Survivor Corpse and the second one is a Glowing Waypoint. So we will choose to discard these stone columns and we'll take the Survivor Corpse. And the stone columns we will replace with a Bloody Beard Plant, which gives us a level up in our tenant knowledge for Corn Dog. She will gain 1. He's got a Proctophilia, so he has to depart with that. Alright, well let's assume he did that instead, Deno. Because there's nothing else he needs that for. Alright, there's cards and stuff everywhere. This is what happens when you're playing solo. So let's go over here and set up the antelope. That one goes there. I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. We've also got Tall Grass, and we've also got a Survivor Corpse. Tall Grass down here, here, and up here. We've got a Survivor Corpse, which can just be this one. 6 spaces from all other terrain. You can't see that, but that's 6 spaces away from all other terrain. And we have our first Bloody Beard Plant. Woo! 5 spaces from all board edges. There's our Bloody Beard Plant. We don't have the bow, so we can't do anything with that. All right. So the Bloody Beard Plant is a gatherism thing, and all it is you gain both the benefits of the tall grass and the benefits of the other thing, the stone face. So, all right, so we don't have her, we don't have her. So she's our gatherist. So she's got a sickle, so we probably just want her to harvest stuff. She's just going to attack him, and Zachary, sure. Alright, so terrain cards are done. Knowledge cards are done. Flower funnel card goes there. Sundering crossbow. Did we gain any more patterns actually? I should check that whilst I'm remembering. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we should have 9 patterns, and we've only got 6. So just deal us out a couple more. Got 3 more. 1, Durandal, cool. 2, oh, pumpkin, that gets us doomed. And we need a founding stone for it too. Tempered dagger. Oh my god, the doomed plan is going to work. The doomed plan is going to work. A survivor 0 courage is killed. The settlement gains sacrifice. Doomed plan for the win. Oh, this is glorious. This is glorious. That's our resources we've got so far. Okay, how many does this clown get? Gobbled up, we don't need. Legendary, he doesn't have a legendary. Hypermetabolism, he doesn't have that. Doesn't have that. 1, 2. He's got trample, he's got diabolical. Chow down, bite, great kick, buck. B, A, B, 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 A, B, A. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5 or 3? 5. Good. Ten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tremendous. Shuffle these together. Shuffle these together. Let's get this show on the road. Screaming Antelope goes first, and he is going to flip Stomp and Snort, and as you can see, that's a random survivor in range. There isn't anyone in range, so he's just going to graze, which means he moves forward, he chomps one of these, and then he diabolicals forward. 1, 2, to there, and stops. It's our turn, and we're gonna punish him for that. All right. So Zachary is an animal. He's just going to swing the speaker cult knife. Oh my god, why is he such an animal? We've got to get rid of his thing. Gatherist can't spend survival whilst adjacent to terrain. That is the neurosis. So we're going to do the Gatherist, Corn Dog. She is going to gain the Survivor Corpse. She rolls a 6. Survivor Corpse 6 is a skull, I think. Yep, gain 3 insanity and a skull basic resource. Corn Dog, you need to get no more insanity. 1, 2, 3. Jelly bean. That is awful. There's what we want. Survivor Corpse. And then she'll move 1, 2, 3, 4 into the blind spot, and she will swing with the grapple claw, spending a survival to surge. And she can do that. She is fine. Actually, she's our facist that I've just moved. No, just looking at the wrong screen. There you go, Dano. Very good. So yeah, she's going to swing with the grapple claw. 2 speed in the blind. That's a 6 and a 7. That's 2 hits. A reflex and a failure. So that is an 8. It's not a fail. So we do a wound. She got no luck. She's got 1 luck. Why? Oh, that's a critical. Sweet. -1 toughness token. Gain a screaming antelope resource. Doesn't turn to face us. Pelt. And this one, that is a wound, but not a failure. When this causes a critical wound, place yourself in an unoccupied space adjacent to the monster. We'll place ourselves there. Aeneas will go, Corn Dog, what is your weapon proficiency? Sword. We need you to be doomed. Aeneas will go into the blind and she will swing with the guitar. She is no speed. That's 2 hits. Reflex. We'll use a guitar to cancel that reflex reaction, which is good. And she wounds on a 2+. That's a wound. And then this one, she crits on a 7 maybe. That's a 5. It's not a crit. We didn't fail on that one with the reflex, so that goes away. She has leveled up to Guitar Mastery at the end of the showdown. Do we surge with her? Yeah, we'll surge with her and we'll use Fist and Tooth. Yep. It's 1 hit. That is a critical. When the monster starts its movement on a result of a 1, it is knocked down. Die. And she will dash. Actually, she won't dash. She'll stay right where she is. Zachary. It's going well so far. He's just going to move right next to the Screaming Antelope. And he'll swing with Fist and Tooth. Or does he swing with a Speaker Cult Knife and just go absolutely bunter? She's done. He's done. Yeah, we'll go Speaker Cult Knife. It's a 5-speed attack. Let's try and rush this down. The 2 misses, everything else hits, so he gets to add his 2 to the Sad Frog Dog song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Failure, failure, wound. We'll do it in this order. Now he is criticaling on nines, and he's wounding on 2s, and it's sharp. Okay. Wound, wound. That was a 9, so that was actually a critical. Destroyed hoof. Gain a Screaming Antelope resource. Pelt. That is deadly, not a critical, but it is a wound. The Screaming Antelope turn to face without moving, turn the monster 1 space directly away from the attacker, cancel hits all out of range. So before we do that, we will surge with our Mighty Bone Axe chick, because she's about to get knocked down. and she'll swing twice with the mighty bone axe. 6 and a perfect hit. Oh, tell me I've done it. Perfect hit. Yes, desperate strike. So this is the reaction it's about to trigger. Oh, it's the trap. All right. All survivors adjacent to the monster, that's everyone, suffers 2 brain damage per monster level, knockback 5 and a knockdown. I was actually hoping that would happen. 2 insanity. 1, 2. So knockback 5 and are knocked down. Yeah. Oh, 2 damage per monster level. Okay. So, yep, no, that's fine. Everyone's going to get another 2. 1, 2. And Jellybean's going to be at brain trauma. I just remembered to accept the darkness now, so I'm so happy about that. Okay, so knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knock down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knock down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knock down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knock down. Very good. The attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster are knocked down. The monster lands on its belly. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. On collision, non-death survivors gain 1 random disorder in addition to normal collision rules. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Zachary is knocked over, so he's going to suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. 2 damage to the hands. He's already knocked down, and he gains a random disorder. This is going amazing. It is actually going amazing. I'm rapidly thinking we should be fighting a level 3. All right, we flip Monster Panic. All we need is one more thing and one more disorder, and we can get rid of this stupid anhedonia. Because as soon as we get rid of that, our survivor's actually good. Okay, that's the end of our survivor's turn. So we'll shuffle the hit location deck. Should be able to hear me now. We ran out of microphone battery, but we had a backup ready to go. So just in case anyone was wondering what happened, Aeneas just got gobbled up. So she's sitting here in the gobbled up section, and she just got a dismembered arm, which is very unfortunate. But the antelope has very few wounds left. So I think we're just going to try and close it out. Now we're going to use our sword chick. Our sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got the Sword of Doom, so she's going to spend a Doom token to activate it, and on a 6+, she gets a Doom token back. She doesn't get the Doom token back. Boo. But it's deadly. 2 speed. A perfect hit. She doesn't have anything for perfect hits. No, this is our Gatherist. So that's good. Oh, she's hit the trap. The attacker is doomed. She gets a Doom token back. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 4 brain damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Knockback 5 and a knockdown. We're already here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's knocked down. Really need to get a sword wound, Dano. And then he runs away. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we might actually end our turn there, because I think that's fine. Because I think one of those is chow down, which it shouldn't be, because we did a wound. Yep. So he'll come back. He'll eat that. He'll heal a wound. And then he'll move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll try this again. Chowdown is on top of the deck. Zachary's going to move in with the Cult Speaker knife. He rolls 5 speed, and he hits on a 5+ or something. 5, seeing perfect hit. So he's got 4 hits, and he adds +2 to his strength from Sad Frog Dog Song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, if the attacker is insane, cancel all hits and end their attack. Come on, Zachary. Oh my god, he's never insane because he's got anhedonia. We don't have to cancel the attack. Otherwise, the attacker suffers 1 brain damage. Okay, so we can close this out here pretty much. So that's a wound, but not a critical. So chow down is gone. This one has a wound. This one turned to face. Yep, great. So that's a fail to wound. That is a wound. So it's now suffered 2 wounds in 1 turn. Turn to face the attacker. And that's a wound. So we now regurgitate with Aeneas. Place gobbled up survivors in a free space adjacent. And roll a 1. You are knocked down and suffer 1 brain damage. Aeneas, hasn't been your day, but that's alright. We'll place her knocked down in the grass so she doesn't get hit again. Let's try with me sword. Let's try with me doombound sword again. In the blind spot. Go away. In the blind. Me doombound sword. It hits twice, including a perfect hit. Corn dog. Just don't be... No trap. Excellent. So this is deadly, and she is a luck. So this is deadly 2, this weapon. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7. So critting on 7s. That's a critical. Gain a Screaming Antelope. All adjacent survivors gain an Insanity. Sure. We'll just take that one. And this one. That's another critical. Gain a Screaming Antelope resource. Everyone's watching this live, right? She gets a sword proficiency. Corn Dog's done. All I wanted to try and do now is get a Desperate Strike, but we can't because she is a fascist. Oh no, we can. We can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. She'll swing with the Frog Dog. The Grapple Claw. She dashed. That's 2 hits with the Grapple Claw. 1 hit with the Grapple Claw because she's only 1 accuracy. She crits on like 7s as well. That's a 9. That's a critical. The monster gains a -1 speed token. Sorry, that's the Mighty Bone Axe she was attacking with. That would have been 2 hits, but that's a critical on that Savage. So she got her axe proficiency point. The fight is over. It's an embarrassment of riches on the critical front tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We tapped out the deck bar 1. And then we're also going to gain 4 basics. And I don't think you get anything else from him. Yeah, 4 basics. Come on, please give me the perfect organ. Oh, Broken Lantern is excellent. Monster Hide. Perfect Hide. Sure, I'm taking that as well. That is a great showdown. Oh my goodness, we got so many resources. Okay, this has worked exactly as I wanted it to work. Complete the showdown. Return and advance the year. Guitar Mastery achieved. Alright? No one had 20 insanity, so no one runs off into the darkness. We have 13 dead and 13 alive, which means the Lanternism is going to be Syzygy, which is going to get him all of those permanent things. We're going to do Hooded Knight. We'll do Hooded Knight now as well. We get to level up Gatherism to level 2 as well. It's exciting stuff. It's exciting stuff. Corn Dog. Aeneas, yes, I think we're going to table Aeneas now. We've got the Guitar Mastery, and that's pretty good. I also flipped the HoloLink Pumpkin. This was such a good year. Oh my god. The Tempered Dagger. I think that's actually pretty good too. And Durandal. I don't think I've ever made Durandal. We need a saviour, so that seems unlikely. Collect a bile off a returning survivor who was regurgitated to cure leather. If we had a saviour in the blacksmith... Okay, 2 endeavours. Iron, Broken Lantern, Perfect Organ, Bone from a 1. No! We don't have a bone from a 1. We've got to go fight a level 3 Frog Dog. That's alright. That was a tremendous haul of resources. I reckon we might have just gone a full... I think we're 1 short of a full Screaming set. But we're definitely going to be making some leather. Let's do the bad event over here. And see if we are going to become Marrowists as well. 1 to 6. 1 to 5, sorry. That's a 9. So we're going from this pile. And we'll just roll the first one. So we'll just go countdown 4. 1, 2, 3. This is our event. A triathlon of death. Such a dumb one. Here's the rules of this event. Each player nominates a different survivor. I nominate one survivor. They gain 1 permanent movement, a skull, and a weapon proficiency level. I nominate Zachary. Zachary gains a weapon proficiency level. He gains a skull, which gets him an insanity. And he gains a permanent movement, which offsets his broken leg. Sweet. Triathlon of Death, done. I'm doing one and done for my settlement events too, so we just get to experience different ones each year. I know that's not the correct way to play, but I find it fun to see different settlement events. We'll do Hooded Knights. It's a story event. HO. Zachary is our Twilight Sword wielder. We roll a 7 and you add your weapon proficiency level. So that is a 10, gain 1 weapon proficiency level. Tremendous. And now we can get on to Principal Conviction. I believe we can. Boom. Do we wish to be romantic or barbaric? I think we should be romantic. I thought about it, but no. It's romantic all day. We add the philosophy of romanticism into the deck. We may not see it, but we now have to roll on this table, and we don't want to roll bad here. So I don't want to lose all those resources I just gained. That's a 9. Nominated survivor, they gain 4 understanding and legend caller. Who's got 5 understanding? I think someone has 5. Pierogi is now a legend caller. And we add Bone Witch to next year on the timeline. Legend caller. Timeline. It's going to be a busy year next year. Bone Witch. Whew. We've pulled this out of the fire, this campaign. And we've gone to 9 understanding. Now, we get to do something cool, which I wasn't expecting. Because when you reach 9 understanding, thanks to the Pariah's card, which is called Implanted Memories, if you would trigger White Secret, you instead trigger Dark Secret. And if you would trigger White Speaker, you instead trigger White Speaker is Dead. So we are about to look at something that I have not looked at, and that is exciting. Pierogi is going to be triggering a Dark Secret. And here is the artwork for Dark Secret. That's Pierogi getting whispered to. Remember the Fiend's story. Oh, indecision and 1-2. Okay. If this campaign includes Red Witches, you are dead. If the settlement innovated storytelling, we do not. Alright, try not to roll a 4 or 5 here, Deno. That's a 3, okay. The story of the Felled Folly. So that says, there was once an abomination that lived high in a tree that bore only the most bitter fruit. The Tate left an everlasting sneer on his face. Miserable, the abomination relentlessly tore at the scabrous bark, splintering a sliver at a time. After an age, the tree was felled. The abomination in the tree toppled into a sanguine river. Atop the bubbling trunk Borne away on an endless current, the abomination tasted nothing but bitterness and blood. Gained binge eating and ferrous feed. So binge eating is rubbish. And ferrous feed. During your act, consume and archive one of your attribute tokens to suffer bleed 1. That's awful. I don't want to do that. I suppose it could be good if you got a negative attribute token. Consume and archive attribute token for bleed 1. Dark Secret. Excellent. Excellent. Lanternism. I have been on absolute fire this evening. Absolute fire. Because now, with our Lanternism, we're going to level 4, Overseer. Gain a Lumi. Compare which is greater. They are equal. Syzygy. Massive. Gain 4 permanent affinities of your choice. So we make a blue charm. And he becomes our trap canceller on a 6+. 4 blue affinities. 4 blue affinities. Affinities are not abilities, by the way, so this will not be impacted by Anhedonia. It's obviously one of the charms that we're looking to proc here, so. Green makes him a tank, blue makes him trap canceller. Let's go blue. I think to craft that we need a perfect organ, which is the thing holding me back. Yeah! And he gains a Lumi. Yeah! Oh my god, and we achieve metabolic improvements as well. This lantern year is absolutely out of control. Gain the nutrition innovation, share 3 more knowledge cards at the knowledge thing this lantern year. Alright, I'll do the knowledges now. And then guacamole. We have got so much to enter in and decide. Alright, so we're revealing 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Freeform dance is cool. We've got mentorship. 2 philosophy cards. Sweet. And the nutrition innovation gets us departing survivors gain a Lumi, I think. Oh no, we share +1 forum knowledge, so we get an extra 1. And we can gain Lumi. One more knowledge, and it is unyielding. Oh dear. How many? We have 6 endeavours. This is a great year. Let's enter in this. We've got another golden frog. So we can archive that and make someone a mere Navi. And then we hunt a level 3 frog. We can get another omen. And then we can do a thing. We don't have any retired survivors though. Fine. 1 fresh acanthus. Basic resources, perfect bone, question marks, monster hide, skull, perfect hide, monster hide, broken lantern, and the perfect organ. And then antelope, some gums, pelt, beefsteak, pelt, screaming brain, shank bone, bladder, paint, shank bone, spiral horn, beefsteak, flat tooth, pelt, shank bone. I love the antelope. He's just a loot pinata. Didn't have to archive any. Alright, so we shrine, we innovate, and we make leather. So we have 3 more endeavours to spend. We could matchmaker. I think we might save the character matchmaker. Oh, and we get another basic resource from the morgue. It's another hide. So we'll just go hide, organ, and a skull for our innovate. Let's do that. Let's do our innovate down here. Only flipping 2. The first one, symposium. Or hovel. Oh, that's so hard. I really want bed, but I suppose symposium is the correct choice. We'll select symposium. Finally, we select symposium. Some consequences of symposium are not very many. Nightmare training, excellent. Storytelling, excellent. And that's it. So those go into our deck. We have symposium added to our list. Okay, I'm happy about that. So symposium doesn't do us anything. We've already gained that from cannibalism. The nutrition, we could get a Lumi, we don't need that. We're doing the shrine. We don't have anything for sanguine extrusion, we need more red stuff. Face painting, don't need. Paint, we don't need. Inner lantern, we don't need. Butchery, for a weapon proficiency, we may use. Drums, we don't need. Scrap smelting, we need so that we can make our sundering crossbow, perhaps. Lantern oven, no. Drafting table is always a backup. Mere omens. We can transmogrify to become the Mere Navi. And that's it. Alright, let's look at my crossbow, my sundering crossbow. So we need to spend 2 endeavours to build it, which we can do. We need an iron. We have an ironclad spine sitting in the Frog Dogs resource, so that's good. We need a level 1 bone. Oh. We have got scrap smelting. Level 1 bone. Okay, so we're not making the sundering crossbow because we need to go for a long walk, and you have to go for a long walk at the blacksmith. We don't have the blacksmith yet, so that's fine. So no crossbow. Hololink pumpkin requires 1 endeavour. We'll definitely make the Hololink pumpkin. 1 endeavour and a founding stone. We picked up a founding stone the other day. A survive with 0 courage is killed. So it'll just be marzipan, I guess. Sorry, marzipan. We might have a baby before we do this though, so that we can use your reroll. And we're going to gain sacrifice. I might already have sacrifice in the deck. I do. So we're getting a free sacrifice. That is tremendous. Again, I normally do all this off camera. Where is my sacrifice? There. Yeah, I normally do this off camera, so this is taking me a lot of time, but you've got to make sure you get it all right. So we add sacrifice. So we've already made leather. So let's use matchmaker, and I guess we use face painting. So we'll do our face painting roll. So that is an 8. So we get +1. So we get +2 to our rolls. And trepanning. I really wanted to trepanning. That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, so let's have a baby as long as I don't roll double ones. A 9 and a 7. So that 7 is actually a 9 thanks to the +2 that we get. And then we've got a couple of love juices we could spend as well. Ark Survivors Intimacy. A 9. A pair of healthy newborns. Gain 2 population. Whew. Alright. A male. Ali. Parents can be Dumpling and Kale. And we need to come up with food names for these people, so feel free to suggest food names. A female. Janetta. Okay. Was it Kale and Dumpling? And we don't get to draw knowledges for them, so that's fine. So then we'll go, I've got 2 love juices, so I'm going to go 2 love juices. Love juice. And the first one, that's a 2, so 2 becomes a 4, that's fine. So that's a newborn. And the next one, that's a 3 and an 8, so that's 2 more population. And then we'll kill our dude, since we don't have a male. Jalapenos, alright. Emil! Hey! And Rosella. Dairy. And Janetta. Cool. Create. So Emil's dead. Edamame is a good one. Yeah, edamame is an excellent one. Alright, our population control is well in hand. So now we just need to work out who our best survivors are. I reckon we just kill Emil, actually. We're going to use his another basic resource. Did I already get that? No, I think I already took that. Alright, so we've done everything we need to gain the HoloLink pumpkin. So let's craft a HoloLink pumpkin. Now I'm ridiculously excited about this HoloLink pumpkin for, oh no, it's not in rare gear, it's a seed pack gear. Because I've been trying to get doomed. Hotston, have you had, are you comfortable with spoilers? I'm assuming you are, since you're watching this show, but since you're watching this showdown. Well, I'll answer your question. Because we fed her every year, when we got her to level 3, we just needed to not roll a 1, and she became permanently content. So we don't have to feed her anything now. She just stays happy as can be. So look at this Hololink pumpkin. Oh my god, this is actually legit. You can consume it, become doomed until end of the round, add 1 to all hit locations. Maybe we make him green, and he can start using the Sword of Doom. Oh, that's such a cool. This is such a cool combo. I can't believe we got this happening. I even said this in the first. I said this in the first episode that I wanted to try and get some Doomed gear working. Oh, it's a good day. Alright, so we got the perfect organ, so we can make that next year. We just have to make a blacksmith. I do not have a lot of bone. That is the only issue. It's been a weird resource thing this year. Grim Muffler requires a pelt and a cloth. We've got a cloth, but I don't think we need that. Durandal. Need 2 iron. Idosmith lens, what do we need for you? A broken lantern and a beast steak. Survive with analyze, bar the surge, and suffer blind. Cool, we can do that. I don't think I like the Idosmith's lens that much. We lost a cloth and a founding stone to make our Hololink pumpkin. We do still want to make the sundering bow, crossbow, but that's not a high priority now, because I reckon we've actually got too many weapons now. Leather. Leather needs to be the next focus. So we did spend an endeavour to make leather. So 1, 2, 3 into leather, and we carried 1 over, I think. We did 1, 2, 3. We ate that lonely fruit. Alright, so I think that means we can craft a full leather set. Let's go to the leather worker and see what we need. Leather braces, leather and a pelt, stand by, leather mask. Do we have any other scrap? Yeah, I'm going to use that. So leather mask. I will change that away to that. So just in case we can keep the pelt for... Alright, that's a great selection of a full leather set. And we probably use that with the Hololink pumpkin deal, so we can get the greens. Round leather shield, yes. Leather mask, yes. Leather braces, yes. We have the full kit of leather. I think we're 1 pelt short, actually, of a... Oh, maybe we go fight a level 3 Screaming Antelope against Stampede Glaive. Alright, I'm gonna wipe this and start again with the leather set and see if we can make this Hololink pumpkin situation work, because that will be cool. So leather skirt, and where's the pumpkin gone? Here. So it needs to connect at least once. So we do have the shield. Boots, grease, cuirass, skirt. Could go a sickle, leather braces, boom. Alright, so we need the Sword of Doom. it would have been really nice to make that Sword of Doom deadly as well, but I don't think we can. So we need the mask. Here. Alright. So that doesn't need to be connected. So we can do this up the top. Alright, so that is 1, 2. So we proc that. We need one more green to proc that as well. So it's probably the shield or the sickle. Who is our sword proficiency person? Is that our... Oh, Corn Dog's got to level up that as well. Sheer sword? Yeah, alright, so it's Corn Dog. So the sickle's probably a pretty good option. And that lets us keep the shield for elsewhere. Alright, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4. We need the waist. 5. So we could potentially put the shield in instead of the sickle. But that is awesome. Alright, so that's going to be her layout. She got leather armor. But let's do her level up. Gatherism. How good is it? Romantic. Gatherism. Alright, let's have a look. We're level 2 in Gatherism. You tear through the decomposing remains of your foes, finding pulverized, half-digested seeds of far-flung flora clinging to the quivering flesh. The pallid, unremarkable sprouts bloom into variform opportunities. Add the oily pinking flower to the terrain deck once per campaign. It is an obstacle, it is impassable, it is destructible. When you collide with this, gain a +1 evasion token. You can harvest it. Archive. And roll 1d10. Cool. So we are going to archive some organs. So that's good. We gain an accuracy. We do not have collective cognition 24. We're 22. That's a shame. Oh, man. If there is an acid rain this lantern year, you can remove broken bone permanent injuries to gain 1 luck. What? That is amazing. I wish I had known that. We've got acid thing next year. Oh, I would have kept her back for sure. Cool. New piece of terrain. Bit of fun. Oily's Pinky's flower. I'm excited to see what else happens here. Roots of the world. Alright, so that armor set is great. I'm very happy with that armor set. Aeneas, we don't need her to go out anymore. So the Moonwolf charm can go away. We also don't need the Beast Knuckle. What is a good guitar that we have access to in this? The Talon Knife from the Dragon King is a Qatar. It's pretty good. The Frog Dog doesn't have a Qatar. So we probably don't need the bandages. Frog Doggles, Fish of Abundance. We got a blue down Deno that we can use. Damn blue downs. So hard. Battle drunk, gobbled up. Anais. Alright, we've spent all our endeavours. We've made leather. We've only got 2 omens. We can hunt a Dragon King. Do we go and try and get ourselves a dragon armor set? Maybe we take some of the nuffies with joint array. That could be worthwhile. Interesting. So Corn Dog's definitely going. Anais is not going. Zachary, we probably need to get rid of Anhedonia. We need to get Fist and Tooth proficiency and Shield proficiency. So Targo can go. He's lost all his insanity because he didn't depart, because he is destined, and all his survival. So he's going to go. Destroyed genitals. What is tophobia? That's if you suffer knockbacks. That's fine. Yeah, so Tarko's going. Pierogi. Eproctophilia. Axe. Who's our axe guy? Licorice with a shield. Fine. Jelly bean with an axe. Can't depart. So yeah, we probably send out 2 of the joint array people. Or pierogi. No, get our legend caller. So many good options. Let's go dumpling and dairy. Two people with joint array. Licorice can stay home. And we'll go for shield proficiency with one of these ones. I'm sure this is absolutely boring as all batshit, so I apologise for that. But this is the stuff we need to do to win this game. What specialisation haven't we gone yet? Shield, Fist and Tooth, Qatar, Sword, Axe. What's a spear? We don't have a spear. The Lantern Glaive from the level 3 Antelope. I don't know what that is, but might be a spear. Any suggestions for proficiencies we could go for? Whip, I guess. We got the Grapple Claw. Yeah, let's go for Whip. Whip's quite fun. We don't have a grand weapon, we don't have a dagger. Yeah, I haven't made a bow yet. I suppose I could kill 2 people and make the scab bow. That could be alright. I've still got to decide if I want to buy any of these. accuracy training is not terrible. Yeah, bow's a good shout. We could make this scarred bow. There's no good bows in the other sets though, in the characters that we're facing off against. So let's, what did I say? Whip. I like whip. Okay. So Dumpling's going to whip it real good. Corn Dog's a sword. She's all sorted. It would be great if we could get her a lucky charm, but we are not going to risk that down here. It would be great if we could proc these frog doggles with a down blue. I don't think we have another down blue at the moment. So we'll leave the frog doggles for now. All that is, that's just if you are, while Stinky gain an accuracy if you've procced that. So we don't need to worry about that actually. So that's fine. We've got the pants. We've got the shield there, and then we just need a weapon for this person. So who's this person? That's not Taco. Taco is going to use the frog armor set. So frog dog boots. So this person's the axe wielder. Maybe we actually go the shield up here. Fish of abundance, yes. Lucky charm, yes. So we definitely need to have the fish. Maybe we aren't getting the shield here. Frog suit, frog vest, frog sleeves, frog mask. So we'll put that there. We'll put that there. We'll put that there. And that doesn't work the way that I want it to. So if we go, I love this stuff. I love trying to figure out the best, most optimal way to do this. I'd like to trigger that, but that is a luxury. The frog mask has to be triggered. That has to be triggered. So that, we have to get the fish triggered as well. Okay, you are proving to be quite a pest. Damn you! You damn dirty ape! Alright, there's 2 blues, but not enough greens. So can I... No, that won't work either. But maybe we can make that work the way we had it. Like that. So I guess we are giving up the boots. That's a shame. I do not want to give up the boots. Oh, that's a nightmare selection there. Alright, so the Mighty Bone Axe person is our best axe, we can go a skull helm, and we can go a cloth, and we can go a frog. I've got 2 sleeves over there, Deno. You're a pest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay! That helps you not even a little bit. Or maybe it does. One, two. If we put a monster grease there, that'll be 3. It's got 2 blues. We got the fish. We got the speaker cult knife. That's a good set. That's a good set. So we'll make a monster grease. It'd be really good to start getting some iron as well, Deno. I definitely had a second lucky charm. I crafted it on stream. I'm certain of it. So we don't need the Twilight Sword because he's not going out. I think we can probably safely retire our bone club, our bone thing. We will keep our 2 crest axes in case we need a thing. So this person will have all of our stuff that we need. So I guess the grapple claw goes here. For our whip person. So whip, fist and tooth, axe, sword. Wonderful. Finally. It's been another incredible stream tonight. I was hoping to get through 3 showdowns tonight, but I feel like the right approach has been taken. That's got 2 blues, so that's great. So that's Taco. So that's fine. This person is our grapple claw whip person. So they can be this person is going to be in green, even though it's our gatherist. Yeah, we'll use the gatherist. This is our mighty bone axe chick in yellow, and we'll save the purple for Aeneas. So maybe we'll get out a white. We'll get out a white base. Haven't used white or black yet, or red for that matter. And this person needs a whip. I don't think I've painted any good whips. There we go. We'll use the glow model. Alright, so bandages are always good to take out on a hunt. Mighty Bone Axe, Cloth, Dormant Twilight Cloak, Dried Acanthus would be great to have elsewhere as well, but can't afford it. Moonwolf Charm we can't use, Blue Lantern we can't use. We may as well take a Spiked Buckler over here. So that can be retired. That can be retired. These can be kept. Well, so we didn't have enough to drafting table, which is good. We could consume the golden frog, but I think we'll keep that for now. We will go for level 3 antelope, will we? Or a level 1 or 2 Dragon King. Dragon King arm would be great, but the antelope has the random terrain thing that we need to level up here. Sorry, the antelope has the random thing. So level 3 antelope would also get us the potentially Zell's glaive denticulated hip blade thing. So we'll do that, I guess. Alright, let's see if I've missed anything with these survivors. Level 3 antelope, I think. Right before we go into Black Knight would be good. Corn dog has a sword. And is going to be wielding the HoloLink pumpkin. So let's call this the Doom set. Doom set. And we're going to go the monster grease over here. We're going to go the Sword of Doom down here. And then the rest of it, oh no, is here. HoloLink pumpkin. Maybe I'll do this off stream, friends. I'm going to do this off stream. I'll just do my shrine roll so we know if I get +1 to all hit locations. We do, that's a lantern 10. So we've got a shrine, we're going to fight a level 3 antelope, and we're going to try and get ourselves the Stampede Glaive Zell. And I'm actually going to be back tomorrow morning my time, which will be mid-evening for all my American friends. Hopefully they'll be able to watch along. So I will catch you all soon, friends. Big 10-0. Ow.